Hey guys, it's Kyra and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to be reviewing a new palette that I just picked up. I've been mentioning that I had this Sephora gift card, and so I've been trying to find stuff to spend it on. And I recently picked up the Violet Voss Pro Eyeshadow Like a Boss palette. It looks like this. Is very, very pretty. And I want to give you guys a quick update. So you guys know how recently I have picked up the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. And I had mentioned in my initial review of it that the colors are really nice, but it was like super powdery. So that's something to be worried about. But honestly, after, I think I used it maybe like 6 or 7 times after that initial video. And I can say that I ended up hating it and I actually ended up returning it. The fallout, you guys, I just could not get with it. It was so much fallout, so much powder everywhere. Like the lightest dab of your brush into the shadow created just the biggest mess, and I just honestly could not get with it. That's not normal, and I absolutely hate it. And so I returned it, and instead I ended up getting the Violet Voss palette. Now honestly, I don't really need a bunch of new palettes, but I feel like I'm gonna make a junkie anyway, so that is what it is. So I picked up this one, and this one has some of the same tones, but not really. The Soft Glam palette definitely had more, rose and mauve tones. Some really deep burgundies and purples. This one is pretty neutral all around. Looks like this. Okay, so very, very, very pretty. So it does have some of the same tones. I mean, you have some burgundies in here. You have a nice mix of matte and shimmer shades. So just a very, very nice palette all around. But again, it's like some browns, some champagne tones, some bronze, some coppers, some golden tones, some greens. Just a really nice, well-rounded palette. Now, this palette does have 20 eyeshadows. So 20. And I believe it costs like 45 bucks. I have the receipt. Yeah, it was $45. So not bad at all for 20 eyeshadows, and I'm really excited to try it out. So I did kind of swatch it. It's kind of like a little bit messy, but I haven't actually played in it, and that is what we will do today. Okay guys, so we are a lot closer. I don't know how I feel about you guys being like this close to my face, but hopefully it allows you guys to better see the shadow application and kind of like technique, placement, and basically how I really do it. So I'm hoping that this helps you guys, and just know that I am listening to you guys' comments or reading you guys' comments. Okay, so face is done. I went ahead and did foundation, of course, foundation, concealer, set the concealer, set my face, did some bronzer, some blush, and now we're baking. And so while we bake, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the eyeshadow. Just in case there's a little bit of fallout, this powder down here should catch it. So here is the palette. Again, I think it's gorgeous, okay? So let's see what I wanna do. I'm gonna go ahead and first start off with like a soft brown. Actually, not too soft. I wanna kind of make this look a bit smokier. I've been doing a lot of like more easy or more natural looks lately. So I think I wanna do something a little bit, more intense. So first I'm gonna take the shade Voss, which is just a true chocolate brown. Now I'm taking a Morphe M5 brush, and just applying this to the crease and just focusing this color right in my crease area. I don't want to bring it up too far because I'm not applying you guys know how I typically do like a transition shade at first, like a soft brown, but I'm not doing that today. Okay, so first of all, that color is gorgeous. And I love how it's blending out and how it's applying, because it's really, really easy to work with. Now I am starting off light and then building up as I go. And I'm really loving the shade of brown. And the reason why is because typically a lot of palettes, their browns tend to be more cool. Like it'll have a gray undertone. And this one does not at all, which I really like. Okay, I'm gonna take a clean blending brush. This is the Morphe M139 brush. Just a simple rounded brush. And just take this and basically blend out those edges. Now I'm blending it up softly into the brow bone. Okay, so now to further deepen up the crease, I'm gonna take the shade Strong, which is a deeper chocolate shade. It is so matte, and it's apply that to the crease as well, but I'm really focusing it right in the crease, and I'm not bringing it up high at all. Like I wanted to really deepen up this crease area because I do plan on cutting the crease, so I feel like having that depth and dimension there will really help out. I'm taking a Morphe M514 brush, and obviously this is a lot less fluffier than the previous brush, which was the M441. So here's the M441, and here's the M514. So this one's a little bit smaller and more precise. Y'all, these browns are so on point. Like, it may sound strange, but these browns are perfect. You'd be surprised how hard it is to find brown eyeshadows that have the perfect undertone. So I will note that this shadow is very pigmented, so honestly a little bit goes a long way. So start off with a little bit and then build up as you go. And as you can see, I'm applying it to the crease and then blending it out basically right where I apply it. So I'm like applying it right in the crease socket and then using windshield wiper motions to blend it out. And then going with that first brush and just blending out those edges. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease. Oh my gosh, I just realized, okay, so I have a little bit of fallout like right in here, just a little bit. But for the most part, you guys, we are completely fallout free, which is great. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease with a little bit of concealer. I'm taking a very, very, very small definer brush. The hardest thing to me about doing cut creases is getting the actual cut shape exactly alike. I don't honestly care too much about it being exactly the same shape because like if you're looking straight ahead, like you can't even really tell. So it's not super perfect. It never really is with me and I don't really care that much, but this looks pretty good. Don't you agree? Okay, so the lid is cut. I'm gonna go ahead and now go back into that palette. I'm gonna take the shade Girl Crush, I think. That's like a really, really pretty, no, I'm gonna do Adulting instead. Adulting is like a very, very, very gorgeous bronze shade. It's like perfect. And I find that look really good on the lid in that space. I'm not going to wet my brush first because I wanna see how it looks just applying it, you know, initially. So, ooh, that's so pretty. Ooh, that is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I love this shade. That is so pretty. So I like to go back in with the same brush that I used to actually carve out the lid and really clean up the color around the edge. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the bigger brush again, kind of just put it like towards the bottom of the lid. Y'all, this pigment is insane. Y'all see that? So, so, so pretty. Okay, and then smaller brush to define. That's gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with the shade Strong on that same Morphe M5 14 brush. Kind of blend it into Adulting to marry the two together. So I will note that with the shimmer shades, I did get a little bit of fallout as you can see down below. So I kind of dusted away real lightly with like real kind of sharp, I don't know how you, with like really sharp movements to prevent the color from like actually smearing along the skin as opposed to just kind of getting dusted away. For my brow bone, I'm gonna take the shade Hustle from that same palette, which is a matte peach shade, and just pop this in the high points of my brow bone. And this is a really pretty woman color friendly brow bone highlight. You see that? It's a nice soft matte or lighter matte shade to set the brow bone. That's gorgeous. Okay, y'all, I'm actually loving this palette. Like, I think it's so gorgeous. And these color tones, you guys, and just the way how easy it is to work with and like how easy it is to blend out and just the way it's been working today has been like perfection. Like, I can't This palette here is like a million times better than the Anastasia palette, like no lie. So I'm gonna go in with my LA Girl Glide Gel Liner in the shade Champagne. And this is just a metallic light shade for the waterline. Okay, and then I'm gonna go with the pencil brush and take the shade, let's go back in with the shade Voss, which is that chocolate brown on a pencil brush. And kind of smudge it along the lower lash line. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with the more precise angled brush. This is like an old no-name one. And I'm gonna go with the shade Strong and kind of just basically stamp that right along the lower lash line, like right where the lashes meet my waterline. Okay, and then last but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the shade Girl Crush, which is a really pretty, almost like a greenish gold. It has a bit of a green undertone. It's so pretty, to my inner corner. I like that. That's so pretty, you guys. What do you guys think? Yay, nay, Okay, now for lips. I was thinking like something like brighter like this shade here, but I think something really vampy would complement the look really nicely. Okay, so for lips, I'm gonna take my Chestnut Lip Liner by MAC and just apply it all over my lips, of course. Okay, and then for lips, I am taking the CoverGirl Queen Collection Major Shade Lipstick in the shade Slow Jam. A very, very deep, vampy purple. Okay, I did not expect this color to be that vampy, but you know, it's just really vampy in a really good way. I will say that with the CoverGirl liquid lipsticks, you definitely have to apply, well, it's all guess personal preference. I prefer to apply like 2 to 3 layers of it, but it wears so comfortably and the consistency of it makes it really, really easy to apply multiple layers and get a like one even opaque color payoff. Okay guys, so this is it for the face. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some false lashes and I will be right back with the final look. Alright, so after you guys have finished off with the lashes and mascara and all that good stuff, here is the final look. I'm really loving this bronzy, vampy makeup look. First of all, you guys, the color on my lid is just, it's doing something to me. I don't think that I own a shade like this. It's like if gold and bronze had a baby, it would be this shade. And it's so stinking pretty. I give this palette a 10 out of 10. First of all, it's really easy to work with, blends out really, really well. It's not powdery, thank you, Jesus. And I think the color selection is very, very nice. I can say that I don't have anything like these colors, which is absolutely awesome. So I give the Violet Voss Pro Like a Boss palette 10 out of 10. I definitely recommend it. I mean, it's not drugstore cheap, but it's also not, you know, $100. It's only 45 bucks, and again, you do get 20 eyeshadows, and again, you get a really nice range of shadows as well. I love the palette, love the lip combo, love the lashes, just love the entire look, and I hope that you guys do as well. If you guys do, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.